You know what? I wanted to ask this. Do you reckon Ronaldo is the best player or the most iconic?
What a question. How did you come up with that? Genuinely?
I don't know. I was just thinking about this. I was like, I was because I watched a video of Pele. Was it Pele? No, sorry, Maradona. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he was kicking a ball up into the sky, and who was talking about this? Gary Lineker. He was talking about this, and he was
Yeah.
like, he was repeatedly just booting the ball up into the air, yeah, and it
Yeah.
just falls down at his feet. And the most he did was three paces, yeah, in terms of moving around, and he managed to do that 13 times. And Gary Lineker said, well, once we saw that, we were like, we were questioning how could he do something like that, yeah. And then he said, well, we tried that the next day, and the most of us got was three. So in terms of controlling the ball, who is the best? And that's what made me think. Yeah, in terms of who plays the best, I know everyone knows Ronaldo, but is he the best? Like Maradona handled that ball,
Yeah.
or is he the most iconic?
That was incredible. The way you did all of that, yeah. Oh my life. Oh my God. Okay, that's sick. Yeah, Maradona was like magical. That's how I'd put it.
Mm,
Right, Messi as well. This is raw talent. So I think I'll go with the second one. Genuine. I was like, Ronaldo is the most iconic because of where he came from and how he made it to the top. He was not
mm,
blessed with the raw talent that Messi had. Messi
yeah,
is born with raw talent. Anyone knows that. Whereas Ronaldo, like the stories everyone's heard, first to training, last to leave training, stays 2 hours after everyone else, comes in 2 hours before everyone else. He's at the physio. He's the first footballer to have his own private chef, private physio, everything like this. He revolutionized it in that sense. I think that's why he's iconic. His celebrations, his free kick. Everyone knows that specific free kick, the way you line up for it.
you know what he has John Wick level determination. He does. You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah,
nothing that won't stop that man from getting up in the morning and training.
literally. Is and obviously, yeah, it
And he
is. No,
came
it's
from
just it's
such
iconic.
humble beginness.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you know an interesting fact? He was named. His mom named him after Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan.
Really?
Yeah, that's where the Ronaldo comes
Is
from.
that the
His book.
president?
Yeah, at one point, and yeah,
That's crazy.
but yeah,
Have
no,
you heard the
iconic.
Have you heard the story yet? It was when Ronaldo was young, and they were trying out for what was it? It was just tryouts, yeah, to make it as like a footballer to then get
Yeah,
onto the better stage.
yeah, I've heard this.
And I'm pretty sure I've shared this story with you, but just for the people listening, yeah. So there was another guy alongside Ronaldo, yeah. And this is
Yeah, I
bearing in mind, this is when they were young, and this was like the only chance
think it's
to
around
make it, yeah.
12.
And they were both tasked by the coach to score a goal, yeah. Whoever would score the goal is the one that would succeed.
Yeah,
And when it came to it, and that guy was in possession of the ball, and them two were competing together, he made that one choice in his life that would change everything else in the future. And he made that choice to not score, but to assist Ronaldo.
yeah,
And Ronaldo got the goal. That I don't know, man. There's something about that.
yeah, yeah. It
That
was.
thing that makes
It,
me believe in fate. That
yeah.
thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it was. So they both got told whoever scores the most goals will get the trial in the academy. They were
Mhm.
both on 2 goals. He could have got his third goal, passed it to Ronaldo. And do you know how that story came about?
Mhm.
Someone said to okay, someone saw Ronaldo's mate. This is I don't know the specifics of Ronaldo's mate, and they said, "How have you got these cars, this huge house? How do you live here? How do you even afford this? And you don't work? Any crazy job?" He said, "Everything I have is from Ronaldo. He he won't take no for an answer. He will just give me. He'll just whatever I need. He'll pay for it." So essentially, Ronaldo just takes care of this man's life because Ronaldo says, I wouldn't have the life I have if it wasn't for you. So I'm going to give you everything you ever wanted because
From
I
that
got
one
everything
choice.
I ever wanted. Yeah.
From that one choice. That's
And what
crazy.
happened was Ronaldo said to him, why did you pass the ball to me? And the guy said, you deserve it more than me. Like, what a story, bro. That's insane. I'm going to cut this on. This is a separate video. Title it Ronaldo. Something crazy, man.
CR7.
See, that's seven, man. Like, literally. That's iconic. Like, these stories. Also, he can speak English. I will always say that's a huge difference between him and Messi. where like say us people we can relate more to Ronaldo because you can watch his interviews and don't need to translate it or anything. You know,
But you argue that's because he went to Man U.
yeah. But then it was his determination to learn the language. He moved to Juventus. He knows Italian off by heart. Like he just. I think his goal is to be the most elite human being he can be, which I think everyone needs to do. Is like he doesn't look at anyone and compares himself. He's just like, I want to be the best in every possible form I can be. Like he's 36 right now, and they said his body is like 24-year-old. Something along those lines.
Crazy what you can do.
But no, every Ronaldo story is just wicked. Like, you'll know another story actually. So Real Ferdinand. So he was at United during Ronaldo's time when Ronaldo first came.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo they had a party, and I'm pretty sure it was at Rio's house. They must have won the trophy. Went to Rio's house. They all played table tennis. I remember Ronaldo got destroyed at table tennis, and the whole squad just took the mick out of him in the change rooms for the following like weeks. So then what happened was once Ronaldo invited them to dinner, and this is either Patrice Evra or Rio Ferdinand. I can't remember. So Ronaldo invited them to dinner, and what they didn't realize is he'd bought a table tennis table. All he did was practice playing table tennis, and he beat them with his left hand. Like, these stories are like they sound like. Have you ever heard Kobe Bryant stories?
Now go ahead.
Like they're the most like the craziest stories. Like this is I'm just making a parody. Right? This is fake. Just say, yeah, when I was playing against Kobe, he made a jump shot in the 24th minute, and then I went home and I got a letter through the post, and it said, "Good game, love from Kobe," and had the number 24 on it. And then I turned around, and there's 24 cars in the drive. And then when I left the house, there's 20. Like, do you get me? Like all of his stories are the funniest thing. Like, but apparently they're true. Most of them, yeah. But like apparently Kobe used to do these mad things where everything will just like, oh man, I saw the one video. It's funny as shit. But
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
you know what I'm trying to say? Iconic,
Yeah.
basically iconic. Like just always had to go the extra mile. I think that's like Ronaldo.
I think in terms of sport, Ronaldo is the most iconic. In terms of like all general sport,
Like, I think
in
when he
boxing,
passes,
footballing,
well, when he's
MMA,
no longer playing football and when he's old, he'll be known as the most iconic sportsman ever.
100%.
Would you say entertainer?
Entertainer.
You can't though because of Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
wouldn't
not
say
as big as Michael
entertainer.
because you don't. Would you? 'Cause sports is entertainment.
Yeah, true. But the
But
way he plays it, it's not like entertainment. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's an art.
he took
The
he
way he
took football
plays
to a
is an
different
art.
level.
He certainly, because of him, football has been so much. It's definitely the biggest sport on the planet.
Oh, significantly, the World Cup final has on average 4 billion viewers. 4 billion people watch the World Cup final.
And there's 7 billion people, well, nearly 8 on the planet. So
Says
that just
everything.
shows you. So one time, most of the world comes in sync.
Yeah, pretty much football. You know the story about World War II, Germany, England on Christmas Day stopped playing football. Like it's iconic. I think Ronaldo's changed a lot of careers as well. Like in the sense of other people
100%.
change their mindset, and then they completely change the path they were going on for the positive.
The way people have a poster of Muhammad Ali on their walls, Ronaldo has that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Ronaldo had 10 years
He
ago.
already has that now. He's already established legend, what you call it, legend ranks.
Living legend.
What can you go beyond that?
Yeah. You know what it is with Messi and Ronaldo? You know, people say give them their flowers while they're alive. Everyone says that about anyone. They've been getting their flowers because they're just these players where you can't not. It's like this level of greatness, right? Where nothing will ever compete with it. And as a human being, just appreciate it while it's there, whether you like football or whether you dislike football. You know Messi and Ronaldo and you respect them. Hopefully, anyway.
See, if Ronaldo passed away now, yeah, they would actually stop football matches just to give their
For a
people
while.
break.
The cancellation, definitely.
All football matches, even the ones that you shouldn't, like, you jump outside playing with your mates, you just say, damn, take a minute, man.
Well,
one guy.
yeah, no, it would. The man's too iconic. Like, imagine in Portugal, it'd be a national holiday.
Yeah, it would be. It would be,
It
man.
genuinely would be.
Crazy.
There's actually this one. What was it? There's a story that in the changing rooms at United,
Hmm.
the first ever player to put a mirror on his locker door because all he would do is like look at himself. But they say that played a part in his success because like, as he was with his appearance, so he was with his ability. He wanted it to be the best it could be, you know. So they
Mm.
say his ego, if you want to call it, or success ego, that's what drove him to success.
That's the one thing with Ronaldo. I'll say that no one believes it's his ego. There's not one person left of a fan of Ronaldo would say it's his ego because he don't see it that way. He sees it as I may be at this point, but I know I can better myself.
Yeah. If anyone who views it as ego, it's just at the end of the day, like
They haven't actually
Muhammad
thought
Ali
about it.
said, if you're not cocky, if you can back it up, listen, Ronaldo, everything Ronaldo says, the guy's gone for. Like, you can't say anything bad about Ronaldo in a professional sense.
Did you watch that film about Ronaldo?
Yeah.
What was it like? Because I've never actually watched it.
I'd definitely say you should watch it. But it was like a documentary about his life. Him in Madrid with his son, with his mom. It was just wicked. It was wicked. Watched it a
It
while
shows
ago,
you
but
what he's been through, man. What he's been through is crazy.
yeah, well, in Madeira, that was the place where he was born in Portugal. I
Mm.
remember reading that. This is in the book. His books low key kind of better than the movie because in the book it's like tells you so many things that they don't say in the movie. Yeah, and he used to like come home from school. He would never do his homework. He wouldn't even eat food, and he would just be playing outside. Like the standard stories that you hear from everyone. If he never had a ball, he'd play with a tin can and everything like that. Apparently, he was quite bad behaved in school.
Yeah,
I say that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I've heard that. Well, his focus was always on something else, wasn't it?
yeah. And his teacher, this is like probably the most famous Ronaldo quote or Ronaldo story. His teacher said to him, "Football will never give you anything. No, wait, football will never put food on your plate." Something along
I
those
put
lines.
food on other people's plate.
Yeah,